DACA. We hear about it everywhere. The Republicans are talking about it. The Democrats are talking about it. Trump is talking about it. Your neighbors are talking about it. People at school are talking about it. What is it? Well, most people don't even know. DACA stands for Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. And what is it? Is it the piece of legislation that grants dreamers all of the citizenship rights that you and I have as Americans? No. It's actually an executive order by President Obama that simply instructed his Justice Department and his Department of Homeland Security to not deport illegal immigrants. Now, these illegal immigrants that he wasn't deporting were of a certain kind, or perhaps they did something like served in the armed forces. All noble things, to be sure. But nonetheless, this was a president deciding that he was going to act and have an agency that is supposed to enforce immigration law not enforce said law. Now, you can see what kind of questions this would raise if we start to look at it from not only the constitutionality prospect, but also what happens when a president of a different party gains office. Well, that's exactly what happened. So when President Trump took office and decided he was going to end the DACA program, all hell broke loose. Essentially, what Trump is advocating here is that Congress do their job. It's up to Congress to decide which of the illegals get to stay and which of the illegals get to go. You see, it's been made into a political issue when it did not have to be. If I were an immigrant right now, perhaps illegal, and wondering if I was going to be deported, I would be most upset with those politicians who used me as a pawn for a game to try and paint this particular representative as a bigot or this particular representative as hating of all immigrants. That's not the case here. We're a nation of laws, not men. We hear that often, but do we understand what it means? It means that sometimes we might fundamentally disagree with the law on the books, but we follow the law. Because otherwise we end up in a society that's run by people who do whatever they feel like is right. We run by an oligarchy or we're run by a dictatorship. Instead, we're a republic. We're defined by those laws that are meant to protect us, majorities and minorities alike. So this DACA program, these individuals who say, well, we're all immigrants. Undoubtedly, you've seen a picture or two about this. We're all immigrants, as if being an American citizen, especially by birth, is not a thing or does not exist. Let's talk about that logic for just a moment. If you assume that I am not, in fact, an American citizen, and in fact, I am an immigrant, well, then we have to decide a country of origin. So let's say my German heritage. So by all accounts, shouldn't I be able to go back to Germany, say that I'm sorry for forever dreaming of becoming an American citizen, and right away I should be able to reap the benefits of the German welfare state. I should be able to vote in German elections, and I should be as much a German citizen as the guy walking around Germany. See how that doesn't quite add up? It doesn't make sense. We're not all immigrants in this country. Are we a nation founded by immigrants? You bet. And that's a fact we should celebrate each and every day. But we also have a unique American culture, and it's worth preserving, especially because so many people want to come here and share it with us. And then you see pictures like this. And doesn't that just instill a sense of American pride in each and every one of us? This is what we're dealing with, patriots. We have to decide, is this what we're going to have our country become? Now, I'm not saying I know the answer, and most of our politicians clearly don't know the answer. We have to decide what we're going to do with the illegals in our country, the dreamers in our country, and quite frankly, how many people we're going to allow to become citizens year after year after year. Those are hard decisions. But if we're not willing to have an honest debate and dialogue on that, then what really do we think our country is founded on? What do we think makes our country so great that we even want people to come here? If you're upset with President Trump, undoubtedly you're upset because he threw a wrench into the system. But unfortunately, that system was about to go belly up regardless of if Trump got involved or not. This is going to take action. It's going to take a spine from each and every representative we have, Republican and Democrat alike. I encourage you not to fly off the cuff and immediately assume that whatever your favorite media personality says is the absolute truth on immigration law. You see, we've kicked this can down the road for too long, and quite frankly, it's time to pay the piper. There are no easy decisions in this matter, but there are right decisions to be made. The question is, what direction is America going to take?